friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Happy Hallobean. So it's gonna sound like this is a sponsored video to start with, but I've never done a sponsored video. I am too small for that. Discovered this app through one of my friends on Instagram. It is called Monster Girl Maker, and you just go through and you can totally design your own monster yourself. And I created this little character based on the color body paints that I had, the kind of design that I felt like I might be capable of doing, and I even designed the hair around what I currently have. So I was able to create this character based on what I would kind of look like. And I actually think I did an okay job. I think this is a really cool creative way to kind of design your own character if you were stumped on what to do for Halloween and wanted to do something totally original. I think Monster Girl Maker is a really cool way to do so. Again, this is not sponsored. I'm too small for that. I just thought it was cool and I wanted to share it with you. And I really liked creating this monster. So if in the future you want me to make this a little series even outside of Halloween where I just create a little monster character that I create or even one of you create, let me know because I think that would be a really cool idea. I had a lot of fun doing this. It took a lot of time, but I really like how it came out. So if you want to watch me create this cute little monster girl, then just keep watching. It is 1 in the morning. I do not know what I'm doing right now. I just could not sleep. If I sound a little quieter than normal, it's because Zane is asleep in the next room and I don't want to wake him up, so sorry about that. But basically, to start with, I want to try to block out my eyebrows. I don't know how this is gonna go, and honestly, if this goes bad, I'll probably just stop filming and try to go to bed. I watched some tutorials and I got my purple glue stick, so I'm just gonna start running that up in my brows. I've never ever in my life tried this before. I have my little spoolie brush. I'm just gonna make sure they are nice and flat. Now I'm just gonna let these dry and then repeat that step about 3 times or so, and we'll come back to do some more steps. Okay, so that is done. I waited roughly a minute in between each go round, and I really just made sure I pushed up and out and flat against my head as hard as I could with the glue stick and with the spoolie, just to get them as flat as possible. And now I'm just taking some translucent powder. This is the RCMA one, and I'm going to heavily set my brows with an insane amount of powder. And then I'm just going to start dusting away the excess. I'm just gonna be really gentle around my eyebrows because I don't know if these guys are going anywhere or not. I have pretty dark, fairly thick eyebrows naturally, so I'm really nervous about how this is gonna go. Normally at this step, people were taking an orange concealer to color correct, but I don't have one and I didn't have time to get one today, so I'm gonna use an orange liquid lipstick. I'm just gonna kind of dot that on my eyebrows. And then because I don't want to ruin a beauty blender, I'm just taking one of these like wedge sponges. I'm just gonna kind of pat that as well as I can over this area. Now that probably not very smart idea is over with, I'm gonna take my Shape Tape concealer and I'm going to conceal these. I'm gonna use the same sponge. I'm nervous to use a beauty blender because I don't know how a damp sponge is gonna work over this situation, so that's why I'm just using one of these like cheap sponges. So now I'm just gonna powder and Shape Tape again and hope that that helps. And again, I am focusing this product upwards. I'm trying really hard not to pull it down. All right, I'm gonna let that heavily set. I'm just gonna let that bake for a while, and whatever it looks like after that, I'm just gonna leave it because I think that's the best I'm gonna be able to do. I'm worried if I keep trying more times that it's just not gonna be good. While this is baking, I guess we'll just talk about the next step. The next step is gonna be painting my face and chest area. I have a Mehron Paradise paint in the shade Teal. So just like we've been doing the couple times we've played with paint so far, I'm just adding some water into the paint and we're gonna start painting this guy on. Now that we're this far, I'm just gonna take a little break to dust this powder away. Up close, my eyebrows look pretty bad, not gonna lie. But from far away, I think it's passable. And considering I've never done brow cover before, I'm just gonna let it live. So we're just gonna keep painting. I'm really scared to paint over my eyebrows, but I will get there. Why am I loving this color so much? It's so pretty. You can definitely tell my eyebrows are peeking through a little bit, but I think it could be worse for my first time, you know what I mean? This one's definitely trying me though. I feel like I'm making it worse. I need to let it dry. I feel like I'm looking like my green alien's sister, so I am now the Nebula to my Gamora. I know I'm not very good at body painting. I'm such a novice at it, but this is so relaxing for me, guys. Do you see this? I'm so mad. I'm so triggered. Why is one eyebrow looking decent and the other one's just not? I'm gonna try this. While that is setting, my next step are gonna be the Ready Pink color. I have Beach Berry and Light Pink. I think I'm mostly gonna use Beach Berry. I might just dip into this if I feel like this is too dark. And I took another little sponge and I just kind of ripped it up so it was more rough and more textured. And I'm just gonna place that in the areas that I need to. Oh, I added too much water, too much water, too much water. Abort, 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 abort. Just tapping back over with my blue just to diffuse it a little bit. And I ended up not even adding any pink because I think this color by itself is gonna be fine. Quickly gonna add some concealer on this guy. Forgot that I was still trying to fix him. And if it still pokes through a little bit, at this point I'm just gonna leave it. More powder, gonna let him bake. Next I'm dipping into my Juvias Place Magic palette and I'm gonna take Yajidi. I'm just gonna begin to start deepening up underneath my neck. This is gonna be a really dark blue and just fade down into the rest. I'm happy with where the neck is looking, so now we're gonna do the same thing, but focusing it on like the blush bronzer areas. Back to my trouble brow. Dusting away that powder one more time, and then taking a little bit of blue, and just gonna simply try to paint over this mess we have going on. This time around, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Totally leaving that alone. Going back into that reddish color. This one's gonna be focused around my eye area. So just kind of doing the same thing. And then I'm just gonna take that brush just to kind of tap around like I did before. While this area is drying, I'm just gonna take a blending brush and dip into a blue eyeshadow. This is the one from the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. I'm basically just trying to add some depth into this area. So next I'm just gonna take my black eyeliner pencil and smudge that all in my waterline and under my lower lash line. And I am just smudging this out with that blending brush I was using before. And then I'm just gonna take a smaller tapered brush with a black eyeshadow, and again, just keep smudging. Next, off camera, I'm just gonna throw on a winged liner and some lashes, and I'll be right back. Moving on to one of the last easy steps, I'm just gonna be popping some stars on my chest and face. And for the step that's gonna hopefully make and not break the look, I'm going to be taking some black body paint and drawing my mouth. If I was smart, I would use a white liner to map it out first, but at this point, I just don't care. Alright, so this is it. I did not expect the mouth to take as long as it did. Holy cow. I really hope you like it. I really like how it came out, actually. I actually think I look like the little character that I designed, and that makes me happy. Obviously, there are some things that could be worked on. My brows are not perfect. The blend of these colors is not perfect. I am still very much learning. I don't know what I'm gonna call her, but I think she's cute. How are you guys liking Hallobean? What has been your absolute favorite look so far? Let me know down below. If you recreate my looks, please send them to me because I want to see them. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe here before you leave for the rest of October. I am Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Hallobean, and I will catch you in the next video. Okay, bye.